guys, welcome to Way Out Radio. This week we are in Ukraine. It's been an absolutely amazing adventure. I'll tell you a bit about the first week. First thing that I wanted to do when I arrived in Ukraine, obviously it has to be done. I went and sat in Independence Square and it was absolutely amazing. I just couldn't believe that I was sat there. It was a dream of mine to go there for like 10 years. I love Go Bordello, I love Ukraine, I love the whole culture and how musical they are, and it's just an absolute dream. So I was so proud to be sat there and just thinking to myself, wow, I've really made it all the way to Ukraine. This is such a beautiful country, and I couldn't wait to get stuck in and see some sights. So I started off with some average touristy stuff. I went on a walking tour, found out a lot of interesting things, and I went to this place which was like an Alice in Wonderland mosaic playground thing. It was kind of epic and trippy, and I did a little bit of sightseeing, and then I started trying to get involved with the music scene. So luckily Eugene from Viva the Rock hooked me up with a gig that was happening, which was like a British invasion of like the Camden Cat, a guy called Louis, and the Urban Voodoo Machines, Paul Rooney, all doing a gig together. Now you know, I want you, now you know. To get involved with that. So straight away I couldn't believe my luck that those three guys from the UK were actually playing in Ukraine at the same time that I was there. So obviously I had to go down and check it out. Went down there and straight away bumped into Louis, who's a really, really lovely guy, great musician, proper rock and roll. The next day he was getting married to a girl from Ukraine, and he said that I could come along to the wedding, which was awesome. So we had a brilliant night that night, loads of music, loads of bands, really fun. And then the next day I was invited to this wedding, so off I went and was hanging out with Paul Rooney and Gretchen, both from the Urban Voodoo Machine, and they just took me under their wing and really looked after me. Also at that wedding was the singer from King Kurt and Andy Brooke, who recorded the Wonk Unit albums. So that was a cool link up, that we all had a few friends in common and stuff. Small world, as they say, especially when you're in the music world, so it was really cool. Basically spent 3 days with all of those guys, having an absolute blast. Every night there was live music. On the last night I got to play drums with Paul Rooney, which was a lot of fun, but I'll be honest with you, I don't think I was very impressive. I was pretty wasted by that point. We'd been drinking a lot of champagne and vodka for 3 days. Once everybody head back to the UK, I was left in Ukraine just totally broken. Spent a day in bed, if I'm honest. So I met this bass player called Alec, who's from Ukraine, and he was really, really nice. He got me in touch with a few other people in the music scene, so it sort of linked in from there really. So next up I went and met up with a band called Rude Riot, and Rude Riot, like a Oi anti-fascist band. There's quite a big divide between like fascist and anti-fascist bands in the music scene in tribes over here. It's really crazy to experience that. They fight on the streets. It's kind of like it used to be in England maybe back 40 years ago, so it's real weird, like cultural time warp. So Ukraine has been a crazy place. The whole week has been an absolute blast, and the people there were so nice. They just looked after me, such good natured people, and just really enjoyed it. So I couldn't rate it any higher. Ukraine so far is my best country that I've been to, even though the bar was pretty high after how good Sweden was and Croatia. I absolutely loved it and had a really good time. Okay guys, I hope you have a wicked week. Don't forget to check out the show, mixcloud.com/wayoutradio, and keep in touch. All the best, bye. Kane FM, in Kiev.